How's it going, Roskill fanners? Welcome back to Roskill's Sandbox that I just finally went back here for to do this, and today we're gonna be doing for a little bit more, but unfortunately that doesn't gonna be last longer because I experience of this game it continues to froze forever and ever and too many times until I got lost connection as well. Very disappointing for my internet connection since last January, and it took here forever, and it was extremely confusing. But where today we're gonna be absolutely having for some budget blue comment. We just got here for many of these cars a little bit. We have for such as one, two, three, four passenger coaches, one observation, and a baggage car for a little bit power combi, one locomotive with some 462 locomotive. It wasn't like the blue comment at all because that they just eventually using the train number 600. Let's go for the number for just I don't really know about for just 1021. If I just didn't think that I didn't remember, because I just completely forgot, we have for just absolutely for a new quick build menu of fruit sets, and we have for many of these you track anything for about of itself for a lot of more, and we have for a generate track length, we have for anything we possibly we do. We absolutely tried to close the track length, and I didn't know that I don't want to save like anything about to do this because I might able to be discarded any of these things. I'll be waiting that I just gonna be right back, and we got the number as well. So the number is currently 600, and the top speed that I just set to 14. The acceleration is 0.036 and deceleration was 0.11. And it puts out that I just put on to 9100 horsepower, and that is the final. And before I just completely able to move for just only thing for its first destination, I don't really think that it just sitting on here for the mail station before departure around of these passengers. So this is the main passenger departure and arrival that eventually arrivals here and departed for right over here onto this for the electric rail or commuter like themselves, and looks like that is absolutely for pretty good news because this line is now open for anybody itself, including such Polar Express and many other commuter trains such as Metrolink and Caltrain, Amtrak Surfliner, and many more commuter trains that you just gonna be in one. Let's just put out for some free camera and press M to hide this warning. But as you can see, for about of those bridges that were insanely pretty long, but not instead that we're gonna be going pretty far and very extremely far, that all the way to the final destination, but things are slightly unfinished onto this new line. We're about to see that isn't going to be to do so. As you'll be seeing for the save and load, it is about for 500 kilobytes, and instead of 32 megabytes we have for today. 36 and 52 models, no parts we got here whatsoever, and I'll be taking here for against for the 5 minutes before we're ready to go. After we have finally searched on YouTube, it's time to change the number into the number 833. And this is going to be such as one trip and not all the way for this cell for really fast. But for now, it is time to departure, but all the passengers have just came in and ready for departure as well. So we'll be saying for all aboard, even for the whistle, well, might not be able to really work. We have the bells and the whistle. making for a little bit long, and the acceleration is absolutely pretty slow. But we really don't think that I'm just gonna be pull on the whistle and say this only one time. It was absolutely for a manual steam whistle, unlike manuale whistle we got here. And if I just probably gonna be going to still keep on moving, I think the train is accelerating pretty slower because that I just completely add for many water tanks and large water tanks from the cities. I think the train is gonna be moved a little bit further. All the passengers have been depart, and our first stop is going to head over right over here. Instead, for skipping around the station, and it was not gonna be pretty gone too far. But not always. It's gonna be not a little bit pretty fun, but it's going to get a little bit more straightforward. He's still gonna be moving a little bit for once sometimes. So I'm gonna be trying to film, and I hopefully that I just pretty having for such as a little bit of good luck. The train is gonna be rolling on to the start, and its chugging sounds are just getting a little bit louder as well. And it's not that pretty loud. That will be pretending for some sort of like these things, pretending to be like for the blue comet, and pretending for such as blue like these things. That instead of those green rail, or for some sort of a southern rail. And hopefully the train is gonna be making outside of the station or the yard. And he's going to be on our way so quickly. That doesn't matter that we're gonna be trying to think. He's gonna be coming on our way really fast. And I shouldn't able to turn off the bell. I just completely turn off the headlights of the train. And we'll really think the train is going to be really fast. We're not able to manual sound the whistle because this is pretty not good to say and speaking about it. And I feel gotten worse and sleepy. I never ran that I just felt. I never able to be seen like this earlier. So we're making for the actual rail fan video that I'm just gonna be making of this for rail fan videos without any talking, and I feel extremely tired for too many more conditions like this. Hopefully the train will be able to get for full acceleration until the train is going to be making ourselves a full stop. The current locomotive that I just spawned was the New Jersey type locomotive for a 462 locomotive like this type as well. So they just already spawned with such an unnamed type of locomotive because I just didn't remember of this segment. It's already entered into the first tunnel, and I will be trying to refuse to stop the train a little bit amount of time before arrival at the first station. It wasn't just like the express train itself with his one old dirty mind, and I guess I'll be stopping the train for just a little bit early. As the train continues to slow down, and before that does not gonna be pretty easier, that we're gonna be trying to insanely try to pull over for in the first stop. I'll be spawning any trains if I have to, like diesel and steam era as well. The train could be slowed down enough and temporarily reaches the station as well. I'm not gonna be probably in a hurry, because once the passengers has just got up the train, it looks like this isn't going to be just like only one thing. And the chugging sounds slowing down isn't going to be smooth. And I don't really think that if making matters worse, that internet connection is gonna be sucking so hard, and it is going to be stopped onto its first stop at the station. Well, no high heels for around for this only in the station, because just like for a 1970s railroad station, I don't really think for the Blue Comet has been overshot. But we don't really think that the trains could be able to come in. I should be able to move back for just a little bit. Oh dear, the train has completely misses the station. Well, I started to feel cold and sicking for myself for just a little bit going to get out of here. And I started to get a little bit sick, and before I might going to be unable to feel better as well. And before that, the passengers have completely getting on the train again and move on to the next stop. Because as we're going to be trying to let me know, we're going to skip the station onto its second stop. I know this isn't going to be pretty tricky like this one. So the train is going to be departing right now. Well, hopefully that I'm just gonna be trying to spawn a railroad crossing onto this station. We'll managely think that we're gonna be going all the way for it's a little bit of one thing as well. As we're going up, and we're gonna be skipping the station. And I won't be able to leave me no choice. It feels so awkward and late to rail fan on this one with the trains going stop by. I don't really think the steam trains must going to pass by as well before we're gonna be hit all the way up into some sort of for a beautiful forest like that. So for the little lake going outside of the tunnel and seeing for some sort of a cliff view, we'll be crossing the bridge. The second stop must going to be spotted over here. The third stop is going to be the last stop, all the way very far from it. And it's not going to be that easy. It was a hard full journey that the train is going to be keep on ourselves moving, and the acceleration is extremely slow. The train is continuing to move all the way to go. And what I just probably said, I feel terrible for my life for just a little bit, very young as well. Still very bad at language for too long as well. Not much. I'm still going to get on my side done. And we're going to be making this thing done. After the last step has been completely finished, that we're going to be going late. I don't really think this has got to be over 20 minutes of this video. And I'm probably not. It will be 30 minutes and about it. So, it won't be going to be taking for very much. The freight line is going on to the right. The left side should be on the passengers. The left side of the tracks is supposed to be for hauling some passengers only. The freight only is going to be on to your right. And is that simple? That isn't going to be pretty safe like this. And it's already passed for this second lane. And it's going to be coming in a huff. But looks like we're going to be passing the third station in no time. But still, we're still having for some a little bit of rail fan issues. I just keep talking a little bit very much. And it was completely awkward and started giving me so annoying for just as well, just like in the comments below.